G'day Australia, I'm Coram E from Audiocom Mobile Electronics. Plant equipment operators, check this out. This is what you've been waiting for all these years. Finally, we have a reverse safety sensor or a proximity sensor that we can use on heavy equipment. Now, in the past, of course, there's been ultrasonic sensors, you see them on cars. These haven't been appropriate for heavy equipment or plant equipment like this little skid steer because as soon as your ultrasonics gum up with dust, dirt and debris, they start to false alarm. Also, they're very vulnerable and they can't take a hit. Of course, these things work really hard and are bumping into things all the time. Now, this is a new type of sensor. It's radar-based technology, so it can get a little bit of dust and dirt and debris on it, and it's less susceptible to false alarms. You still need to keep it clean, but the other advantage is we can keep it up higher out of the way, which is something you can't do with the ultrasonics. They wouldn't perform very well up here in this region. So radar-based technology means variable tunability as well. So after we install this to the piece of equipment or the vehicle, we then plug in the laptop for tuning and set the sensitivity of the stages and the spread of the stages and how deep the stages are and when they will warn you. So you can actually manipulate all of the warning stages for proximity of this sensor kit. Very advanced, very easy to use and set up once installed. We've already installed everything in on this vehicle, so I can't show you the main little module, but it's about the size of a lunchbox, and it's all weather resistant, IP68 rated. It mounts down under the cabin in this case, in this particular vehicle, and that keeps it out of harm's way. Now, for the warning system inside, what we've added is an additional flashing strobe warning system, as well as the beeper. So just the beep itself is extremely loud and you will hear it over the sound of the vehicle operating. But just as an added precaution, and in case the driver's wearing headphones, we've got the visual alert as well. Now I'm going to hop in and we'll do a power up test and get this sensor operating. So now the safety switch is engaged. I can power up the vehicle. Now we've fitted a manual switch on here as well, just in case the driver needs to turn the system off in the circumstances where they're operating in a small environment or loading it on a truck and you don't want all the beeping carrying on. But once we've engaged the system, now we have reverse safety. We don't have anything in the rear field, so I'm just going to get a helper here. So I've just asked my man Morgan in the background there to walk into the field, and that'll trigger the warning. So Morgan, if you can walk into close to the vehicle. All right, you'll see we have increasing audible warnings as he gets closer, and the flashing strobe for warning as well. Morgan's now right at the back of the vehicle, and that's warning us that we have an impending impact. Now, like I said, all of these fields are fully programmable. The depth and the spread is all adjustable within the tuning system for the product. So we can make that sensitive for different fields for different vehicles. We've set this one quite short because it'll be in close quarters operating most of the time. But if you've got a bigger vehicle, something like a grader or a dozer or a digger, we can set this field for as long up to 17.5 meters behind the vehicle. So this is the advantage of radar technology. It reaches much further than the ultrasonic can. It's less susceptible to false alarms than the ultrasonic is. We can position the sensor in more places than you could with ultrasonic. And it's a manipulatable, programmable data field, much more practical than ultrasonic. So it's a good sensor for any vehicle really. If your ultrasonic sensors have been letting you down and being a bit unreliable or a bit or false alarming, we can put this bigger sensor on. It's not as pretty, so it doesn't really suit sedans, sports cars, things like that. But any sort of larger vehicle, we can mount that sensor up on the back and give you a much more practical reverse safety system. Being radar technology, it does cost a little bit more than a typical reverse safety system, but in the amount of incidents that it will reduce for you and the reduced cost of having to sort out an incident or an insurance claim after backing into something in a vehicle like this, it's a no-brainer. It will protect you and your business and your driver and your piece of equipment. So that is, without a doubt, the best way to add reverse safety protection to a heavy vehicle. You can get it at Audiocom Mobile Electronics in Western Australia. God, we've got so many scissor lifts and bits of equipment operating at the moment. It's just, there's beeps going on everywhere here. So get in contact with us, audiocom.net.au, and we can build up a quote for your vehicle. We're laying a lot of these in for a couple of our big clients already on their skid steers and a few other pieces of equipment. The product has been excellent. It will reduce incidents for you and your business, will keep you safer and keep your downtime to a minimum. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, throw us a like. I want to see you here again soon.